Johnny 7 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch.
Play ball!
In today's game, we have the 6-8 Houston Astros taking on the 7-7 Philadelphia Phillies. This is game 2 of a 3-game series between the Houston Astros and the Phillies. Astros taking game 1, of course. And before we get to the lineups and everything that's going on, let's take a moment to take a look at the standings for the league so far. And as we do, I see Big Clue has joined us today here at the bank. Welcome in, Clue. Good to see you there. And welcome in, everybody, to those watching now and to those watching this later on. Good to have you all here. Means a lot. Means a lot to seeing everybody here. So let's take a look at the lineup and everything that is going on in the league up to today. So first of all, in the NL East, we have the Mets at 10-3, and they have a 2.5 game lead over the Atlanta Braves at 8-6. The Phillies and the Marlins both tied at 3.5 games back at 7-7. The Washington Nationals are down there in the cellar with 4-11 at 7 games back in the NL East. Moving over to the National League Central, the Chicago Cubs are sitting top with 11-3. The Cardinals 4 games back behind the Cubbies at 7-7. The Brewers are 6-7. They are 4.5 games out. The Astros are 6-8 today. They are 5 games out. And the Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds both sitting at 6-9. And they are 5-5. They're 3 games under 500. In the NL West, Padres sitting pretty at the top there at 10-4. Have a 2-game lead over the Arizona Diamondbacks at 8-6. The Los Angeles Dodgers are 8-7. They're 2.5 games out of first. The Colorado Rockies are 5-8. They are 4.5 games out. And the San Francisco Giants are 4-11. They are 6.5 games out of first. Taking a look over into the American League, the Orioles and the Rays both sitting top of the AL East at 8-6 games. They have a 1.5 game lead over the Yankees and the Boston Red Sox, both sitting at 7-8. And the Toronto Blue Jays down there in the bottom at 6-8. They are 2 games out of first. Moving over to the AL Central, the Detroit Tigers in first place at 8-6. The Chicago White Sox, they're a half a game out, and they are 7-6. The Cleveland Indians are 500 at 7-7. They're a game out of first. The Royals are 5-9. They are 3 games out. And the Twins are 3-11. They are 5 games out of first. The Los Angeles Angels over in the AL West. Angels are sitting top at 12-3. They have a 3.5 game lead over the Rangers from Texas at 8-6. The Oakland A's sitting down there at 8-7. They're 4 games out, and the Seattle Mariners are 6-9, and they are 6 games out. So that's the standings right now in the league here on April 16th. So let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Houston Astros. Leading off, we've got the center fielder, Michael Bourne, batting second, the second baseman, Mark Loretta, batting third, the first baseman, Lance Berkman, batting fourth in the cleanup position, the left fielder, Carlos Lee, batting fifth, the shortstop, Miguel Teja, batting sixth, the third baseman, Jeff Bloom, batting seventh, the right fielder, Hunter Pence, batting eighth, the catcher, Brad Asmus, and batting ninth, the pitcher, Roy Oswalt. On the mound for the Phillies, it is Kyle Kendrick. Kendrick will come into the game with a 5.58 ERA. Taking a look at his stats here. He's got 1 win, no losses. He's pitched 11 and 1/3 innings, allowed 14 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. We're here at Citizens Bank Park, which will give a -1 to strikeouts and a -1 to walks and nothing to home runs. So what those -1s means is, if anytime a strike or a walk comes up, and we'll look at their range, we take 1 off of their range. So in this case, it would be an 11, and that would be a 10 for their range. And with that, Michael Bourne steps up to the plate. He's batting a 189, and here is the pitch. And the first roll of the dice is 5-6. 5-6, that's going to be column 5, row 6. So column 5, row 6, that's going to be a strikeout. We'll take a look at Michael Bourne's range on a right-handed pitcher. That's where Kyle is. His range is in a 1 to 11. Remember, we -1 from that range. So it's a 1 to 11. That's a 10 on the D20. And that is a strikeout. Struck him out.
He struck him out.
So 1 away. And as Bourne will head back to the dugout, let's take a look at the defense for the Philadelphia Phillies. Out there in left field is Pat Brill. Worth is out there in center field. Taguchi out there in right field. Going around the horn, we've got Feliz on third. Burnett's playing short. Chase Utley's on second. Ryan Howard's on first. Behind the plate is Carlos Feliz. And on the mound is Kyle Kendrick for the Phillies. And with that, Mark Loretta is up. He is batting a 265. And here's the pitch. That's going to be 1-4. So that's going to be column 1, row 4. We take a look here on Kyle's card, 1-4. And that is going to be a blank. So nothing happens off the pitcher's card. We're going to go to the batter's card. We're going to roll now for Mark. And that's going to be a 6-3. So column 6, row 3. And that's going to be a base hit past Taguchi. So 6-3, column 6, row 3. Base hit. And with that, Loretta is on with a base hit. So with a runner now on, whenever we have a runner on base, we're going to roll for strategy. And the strategy die, the strategy roll is a 7. We'll take a look over here, nothing new. Astros holding off on strategy. However, the infield is playing at double play depth. Lance Berkman is up. He's batting a 264, and here is the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-6. So column 3, row 6, that is going to be a possible error on a throw. The red die is going to dictate what column we look at, and the white die is going to dictate what row we look at. So column 3, row 6, that's going to be a possible error on a throw, which means we're going to roll for Lance, and then we'll take a look at the error rating for those players, and that is the number in the brackets. And the play, 4-2, column 4, row 2, and that is going to be a D8. And we look at that, that's a D8. Kyle is a right-handed pitcher. We're going to look at the right-hand side of that slash. And that is going to be a D8. It's a throwing error. We go to Worth. Utley throws it to Utley. That's going to be an error rating of a 1 to 3. That's a 2. It's a throwing error. And only applicable if rolling for runner advancement. Otherwise, no error. It is a throwing error. And it's a 1-base error. And with that, the Astros get on the board with an error out there. Lance Berkman goes to third, and the Astros are up 1-0. So 1 out, runner on third. Carlos Lee will come up. Lee batting a 396. Strategy roll is a 10, and it. So we're doing nothing with strategy. Column 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a walk. And we'll take a look at Carlos Lee's walk rating. That's going to be a 1-9. The 18 is too high. So nothing for the walk. And that's going to be column 3, row 4. It's a ground ball to Howard. So column 3, row 4, Howard will make the play. And are they going to send the runner? No, they're not. So with that, the out is at first.
You're out!
And with that, Berkman will hold. So with that, Miguel Teja will step up. He's batting a 286. Anytime we roll a 20 on the strategy die, it's a pickoff attempt. On a 1-3, it's going to be a bulk. So we'll take a look at the pickoff tags. That's a 15. It's too high, not in range. Infield at normal depth, 2 outs. Well, we have 2 outs. We add 1 to the base run rating. So that's a 3 there. Here's the pitch to Miguel. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's what the 4-3 means. Column 4, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout, and that's going to, and we'll look at Teja's range. It's on a 1-5. That's a 4. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
And that is going to retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. Leading off the center fielder, Jason Worth. Batting second, the third baseman, Pedro Feliz. Batting third, the second baseman, Chase Utley. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Ryan Howard, and he's in the cleanup position. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Pat Burrell. Batting sixth, the right fielder, So Taguchi. Batting seventh, the catcher, Carlos Ruiz. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Eric Barnett. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Kyle Kendrick. On the mound for the Astros, it is Roy Oswalt. Oswalt will come in the game with a 1.35 ERA. He's got no wins, 1 loss. He's pitched 20 innings, allowed 20 hits, 22 strikeouts, and 2 walks so far in the replay. And with that, Jason Worth steps up, and here is the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6, and that is going to be a blank. 5-6 is a blank, so nothing off the pitcher's card. We're going to go to the batter's card now. 3-4, column 3, row 4, 3-4, and that's going to be a single past Pence, and that is a single out there in the right field. So with that, as Worth trots on down to first, let's take a look at the defense for the Houston Astros. Lee is out there in left field. Bourne is out in center. Hence at right field going around the horn. Bloom is on third. Teja at short. Loretta is on second. Berkman at first. And Asmus is behind the plate with Oswalt on the bump. So, Worth on first. We'll take a look at the strategy roll here. That is a 5. Phillies holding off. And that's going to bring up Pedro Feliz. Feliz is batting a 200. And here's the pitch. By the way, infield is at double play depth. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout. So column 2, row 2, 2-2. That's a strikeout. On a 1-5, that's a 3. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
So 1 away, and once again, we have a 20 on the strategy die. Remember, anytime of a 20, we'll take a look over here. Roll over 20 equals a pickoff attempt. So Roy does not do any pickoff balks or pickoff errors, but I still show this off, and that's going to be a 2. Chase Utley is up. He's batting a 288, and here is the pitch. Infield, by the way, is still at double play depth. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-7. So 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's a strikeout. We ignore the W for right now. And the reason we ignore that W is Roy has not faced his allowed number of batters. That's going to be a 7. That's a 6. Struck him out.
A swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So 2 away, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Ryan Howard. Let's take a look at Ryan Howard's. Let's take a look at Ryan Howard's stats throughout the season so far. He's played in 15 games, 57 at-bats, 8 runs, 8 RBIs, 3 home runs, no stolen bases yet. He's a little bit below his average, but let's see what happens here with Ryan Howard. He's batting a 193. Strategy roll is a 9. Phillies holding off, and here is the pitch. As Mike Silva joins us here at Citizens Bank Park. Silva, welcome in. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-14. Remember, we take 1 away from the strikeout. So it's a 1-14. 16 is... Oh, I'm getting over a cold a little bit on that. So, and I got to figure... And so I'm still adjusting with the, the mic settings on this, so please forgive me on that. So 6-6, 3-3, I'm sorry, 3-3 is a strikeout. That was the play. And we'll take a look over here on Ryan Howard's card. That's going to be a 1-14. The 16 is too high. That's going to be a range on the D20. And we'll roll for Howard. That's going to be 3-5. Column 3, row 5, and that's going to be a ground ball to Berkman. 3-5.
You're out.
And that will retire the side as Berkman will make the catch. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 1, it's Astros 1, Phillies nothing. We go to the top of the second. It's going to be Jeff Bloom, Hunter Pence, and Brad Asmus due up for the Astros. Jeff Bloom batting a 250, and here is the pitch. 3-5, column 5, row 3, and that is going to be a walk. So when I say 5-3, we're referring to the column first, and then the row. So that's going to be a walk on a 1-5. Remember, we take 1 away from the walk. That's a 1-5. The 19 is too high. 4-4, column 4, row 4. So 4-4, column 4, row 4. And that is going to be a ground ball to Howard.
Oh!
And 1 away. Hunter Pence is up. Pence batting a 237. And here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. And that's going to be a strikeout. Remember, we ignore the W for right now because Kyle Kendrick has not faced his allotted number of batters yet. And we'll take a look here at the strikeout for Hunter Pence. His range is on a 1-10. That's a 7. Struck him out.
He struck him out.
2 away. And that's going to bring up Brad Asmus. Asmus batting a 250. And here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. range play. And the at symbol means we're going to go to Citizens Bank Park. We're going to go to the ballpark card. So every ballpark here in Inside Pitch has its own card as well. So 3-1, it's a range play at the ballpark. We're going to check the first number on the position. For Brad, it's going to be column 5, row 5, 5-5. That's a single out there to Worth.
Fly ball, left center field. Tries to catch it.
Worth's range is on a 1 to 5. That's a 6. We roll 1d6 on his range, and that gets a bit. And with that, Brad is on with a base hit.
He doesn't have it.
So with that, the Astros have a runner on first, and that's going to bring up Roy Oswalt. Still attempt. So when with it being within range, we'll take a look at the still attempt. His stolen base range is a 0. They're not going to send him. He's slow as mud, and they're not sending him. So what we would do is we would hit that, and then we would look at the stolen base here, plus his range, plus the catcher's arm. And then we would roll 1d20 on that. But I'll explain about that play when it comes up and when we do have a steal. They're not going to send him. Roy Oswalt is up. He's batting at .333, and here is the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6, and that is going to be a possible error on a throw. So 3-6, column 3, row 6, error on a throw. And then we will roll now for Roy Oswalt. 5-3, column 5, row 3. And that is going to be a fly ball out there to Taguchi.
Out.
As he makes the play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the second. Pat Burrell, Taguchi, and Carlos Ruiz due up for the Fightin' Phils. Pat Burrell batting a .294, and here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4, and that is going to be a wild pitch. It's a foul ball. Pat Burrell smacks that one in the stands, nobody on base, so we don't need to look at the wild pitch result range there. Somebody was on, we would take a look at that. When and if that comes up, I'll explain how that works. But for right now, nobody on. We're going to re-roll the dice. 2-3, column 2, row 3, and that's going to be a strikeout. So 2-3, column 2, row 3, that's a strikeout. Pat Burrell's range is on a 1 to 11. Remember, Citizens Bank Park gives a -1 to strikeouts. And here is the pitch. So 12 outside of that range, 3-3. Column 3, row 3, and that's going to be a pop-up to Bloom. As Jeff Bloom will make the catch, 1 away. So Taguchi is up. He's batting a .455, and here is the pitch. 2-5, column 2, row 5, that is a blank. Taguchi being a right-handed batter, we'll look at the right-handed side of that slash. That's a blank. Taguchi, 1-6, column 1, row 6, line drive to Teja.
You're out.
And that'll be out number 2. 2 away, and that's going to bring up Carlos Ruiz. Ruiz is batting a .167. He's the catcher for the Phillies today. And here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. So 5-5, that's going to be an error. Column 5, row 5. And that's going to be 1-4. Column 1, row 4, double star 1. We'll come up here to the double star line, the auto outline. Since it's a 1, we'll take a look at the first number above that. And we see that's going to be a G6. It's a ground ball to Teja. Teja's range is on a 1 to 5. That's a 5. He makes the error. What type of error it is? We'll find out by clicking on the button. It's a 1 base error as Teja boots the ball. And with that, Carlos Ruiz is on with a base hit. And that is going to be marked down as an E6. So with two outs, we add one to the base run rating. Eric Barnett is up. He's batting a 280, and here is the pitch. By the way, strategy roll is a 2. Phillies holding off. 1-6, column 1, row 6, at the ballpark. We're going to go to Citizens Bank Park. We're going to go to the ballpark card. 4-5, column 4, row 5. And that is going to be
Have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
And that is a fly ball out there to center field. And the reason for that being a fly ball out there to center field is we take a look at the D20. The D20 was higher than his home run rating. So therefore, it counts as a fly ball out. And with that, center fielder Michael Bourne will make the catch and retire the side. No runs, no hits, and 1 error, and 1 left on after 2. It's Astros 1, Phillies nothing. We go to the top of the third. Michael Bourne, Mark Loretta, and Lance Berkman due up for the Astros. Top of the order, and here is the pitch. The pitch to Michael Bourne is a 3-5, column 3, row 5. That is a blank. 3-2, column 3, row 2, and that's going to be a single past Utley. And with that, Bourne is on with a base hit. Strategy roll is a 10. That's going to equal a hit and run. So how that works is this. Hit and run, it's +2 from the ATT rating. So 2 above, 2 below. And that is a 9, so that's going to be a 10. So therefore, we have a hit and run attempt. Infield's going to come in. And this is how hit and runs work. All ground double play ratings get a -2. Base run ratings will get a boost of a +2. Home run and walks are cut in half. We round those down. Lineouts are considered double plays. And if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve it as a steal. And here is the pitch to Mark Loretta. He's batting a 280. 4-6, column 4, row 6. That's going to be a range play. 4-6, column 4, row 6, range play. And now we'll roll for Loretta. That's going to be 5-3, column 5, row 3. Fly ball out there to Burrell.
Hit in the air down the left field side. This is going to be a tough play.
Burrell going back. His range is a 1. He makes the catch. That's a 1 on the D6. And that's good because that would have been a double otherwise. Burrell making the catch.
That is a really good play.
And 1 away. And with that, Lance Berkman comes up. Strategy roll is a 2. And they're going to go for a steal attempt. So with a steal, they are going to send him. And with that, Bourne is a left. So we're going to add 1 to that range. And that is a 1 plus 0. So it's the runner's SB rating plus the pitcher's SB rating plus the catcher's arm. And with that, that's how we get the 15. And he steals second.
Safe.
Actually, that's going to be a -1 on that. So Lance Berkman is up. He's batting a 278. 1 out with a runner on second. And here is the pitch. Infield, normal depth. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a blank. 2-3, column 2, row 3. And that's going to be a pop-up to Utley.
You're out.
Utley makes the catch, 2 away. Carlos Lee comes up. Lee is 0 for 1. Strategy rolls a 17. And here is the pitch. Astros holding off. 4-2, column 4, row 2, that's a blank. Nothing due off Kyle's card. We're going to go to Carlos Lee. 1-6, column 1, row 6, that's a double.
And it's a double.
And on a double by Carlos Lee, it's 2-0 Astros. And with that, Miguel Tejas steps up. He's 0 for 1 today with the strikeout. Strategy rolls a 7. Astros holding off. Here's the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-5, the 7 is too high. 3-1, column 3, row 1, ground ball to Utley.
Out.
And Utley will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Kyle Kendrick, Jason Worth, Pedro Feliz due up for the Phillies. Kyle Kendrick batting a 600. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a 6-3, column 6, row 3, home run question mark. That's a home run chance on a 1-16. The 17 is too high. Does not work on that. On a 1-5, column 1, row 5. That's a double star 5. Come over here to the double star line, go over to the 5th position, and that's a ground ball to Bloom. Bloom gets it, throws it over to Berkman.
You're out.
And that is out number 1, and we go to the top of the order. Jason Worth batting a 211, and here's the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2, that's a strikeout. 12, that's a 20. The 20 is too high. Worth is 1 for 1 today. Column 3, row 5, 3-5. That's a ground ball back to Oswalt.
Out.
And that is out number 2. 2 away. Pedro Feliz is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And here's the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's a strikeout. On a 1-5, the 10 is too high. 6-6, column 6, row 6, line drive to Loretta.
You're out.
And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Astros retire the Phillies in order. 3 up, 3 down after 3. It's Astros 2, Phillies nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. Jeff Bloom, Hunter Pence, and Brad Ismaeus due up for the Astros. Jeff Bloom, 0 for 1, and here's the pitch. Five, 6, column 5, row 6. That's going to be a strikeout. That's an 8. The 17 is too high. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's a double star 1, and that's going to be a ground ball to Burnett to the shortstop.
Out.
He'll make the play and out number 1. Hunter Pence, 0 for 1, struck out his last time up, and here's the pitch. 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be an error, possible error on a throw. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's a fly ball to Worth. Worth going back to the wall.
Out.
Makes the catch, 2 away. Brad Asmus is up. He's 1 for 1 today. And here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a range play. So remember, we'll take a look at the first number there. 3-5, column 3, row 5. It's a fly ball out there to right field. Taguchi.
And a high shot down the right side.
Taguchi going back, sees it, weighs off Worth, and makes the catch. Taguchi's range is on a 1-3. That's a 2. And that's a catch. And that will retire the side.
Takes the hit away.
It's no runs, no hits, no errors as the Phillies return the favor to the Astros. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, and Pat Brill due up for the Phillies. Chase Utley, 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. And here is the pitch. 5-1. Column 5, row 1, that's a strikeout. That's a 7. The 17 is too high. 4-5, column 4, row 5, line drive down there to Berkman. And that is out number 1. 1 away, and that's going to bring up Ryan Howard. Howard 0 for 1. Here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's a strikeout. 14. That's a 16. Too high. 1-1, column 1, row 1, and that's going to be a ground ball to Teja to shortstop.
You're out.
He'll make the catch and 2 away. Pat Brill, 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch to Pat Brill. 2 up, 2 down. Brill, 5-3, column 5, row 3. That's going to be a walk. Brill's range is on a 1-19. That's the number here in green. That's a 15. We'll look it on the D20. And that's going to be a walk for Brill.
Walking. Good base on balls.
So with Pat Brill on, that's going to bring up Taguchi. Phillies trying to keep the inning alive. Taguchi is 0 for 1. Strategy roll is an 11. Phillies holding off. Anytime we have a runner on, we roll for strategy. That's an 11. Too high. Phillies not doing anything. 2 outs, and here is the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a blank. Remember, Oswald has not faced his allotted batters, so we ignore the S1 rating for right now. Taguchi, 6-2, column 6, row 2, and that's going to be a single to Loretta. And with that, Taguchi is on, gets on with a base hit. Brill will head over to second. Does he pick up the extra base? Let's find out. He will, on an S4, on balls hit to S4, he would advance from first to third on a base run rating of a 3 through 6. His base run rating is a 2. He'll get the hold. And with that, Carlos Ruiz comes up. He's 0 for 1 today. Runners on first and second. Strategy roll is a 9. Phillies holding off, and here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6, at the ballpark. We're going to go to Citizens Bank Park. We go to the ballpark card. 3-5, column 3, row 5. And that's a ground ball to Teja.
You're out.
And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on for the Phillies. After 4, it's Astros 2, Phillies nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Roy Oswalt, Michael Bourne, and Mark Loretta due up for the Astros. Roy Oswalt 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's a blank. Oswalt, being a right-handed batter, will look to the right-hand side of that slash. 6-5, column 6, row 5, and that's going to be good for a base hit for Oswalt. And with that, Oswald is on with a base hit. Top of the order, Michael Bourne is up. Strategy rolls an 18. That's going to be a sac play. And how we get that is we'll take a look at the bunting chart here. Bunt rating of a 5 on a 6 to 19 on the strategy roll. If it's within 6 to 19, it's a sac play. Infield going to bring the corners in. We have a sac play coming up. Michael Bourne is up, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a blank. So 5-2, column 5, row 2, blank. And that is a successful sac bunt. How we get that is this. We'll take a look first of where we're butting it. That is a 6. The catcher will make the play. On a bunt rate of a 5, it's a good bunt on a 1 through 16. That is an 11. So we'll come over here, click the bunt.
Out!
1 away, and Oswald will move over to second. Mark Loretta is up. Loretta is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Strategy roll is a 4, and here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's going to be a double question mark. Kyle Kendrick does not have anything there for that, so we ignore that. For Loretta, 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's going to be a double star 5. So double star 5, we'll take a look at the double star line, come over to the 5th position. It's a fly ball out there to Worth.
You're out!
Worth goes back, makes the catch, 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Oswald will hold. We subtract 3 from the base run rating on an F8. And he would advance if roll 1d6 less than or equal to the adjusted base run rating. So with 2 outs, remember Oswald will get that +1 to his base run rating. Berkman is up. He's 1 for 2 today with a double and an RBI. Strategy roll is a 4, and here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That is going to be a blank. So Berkman being a switch hitter, today he's batting left. That is a blank. We'll look to the left-hand side of that slash. Roll for Berkman, 6-3, column 6, row 3. So it's column 6, row 3. And that's going to be a ground ball to Phillies.
Out!
And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Eric Burnett, Kyle Kendrick, and Jason Worth due up for the Phillies. Eric Burnett is 0 for 1. Here is the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's a strikeout. That's an 8. 16 too high. Nothing doing there. 4-2, column 4, row 2, double star 1. And that's going to be a ground ball to Teja. And that is out number 1. Kyle Kendrick is up. Kendrick is 0 for 1 today. Here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That is going to be a strikeout. That's a 24. That's a 17. Struck him out.
The swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So 2 outs, and we go to the top of the order. Jason Worth is 1 for 2 today, and here is the pitch. 6-4, column 6, row 4. That's a strikeout. On a 1-12, that's a 3. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
And the
Be sure to visit our concession stands.
And the Astros retire the Phillies in order, 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5, It's Astros 2, Phillies nothing. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Carlos Lee, Miguel Tejada, and Jeff Bloom due up for the Astros. And with that, Kyle Kendrick can face 4 more batters. So most likely this is going to be his last inning as the bullpen for the Phillies is starting to warm up. Carlos Lee is 1 for 2 today with a double and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a blank. 6-6, column 6, row 6. And that's going to be a base hit pass to Gucci. And with that, Carlos Lee is on with a base hit. Infield double play depth as Miguel Tejada comes up. Strategy roll is a 5. Astros holding off. And with that, Tejada is up. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's a strikeout. Ranges on a 1-5. That's a 5. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
And 1 away. Infield still at double play depth. Jeff Bloom is up. Bloom is 0 for 2. Strategy roll is a 5. Astros holding off. Here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. And that's going to be a walk plus. Now, on a walk plus, we add 10 to that range. However, Citizens Bank Park gives a -1, so we're basically adding 9 to that range. His walk range is at a 1 to 15 to 16 outside of that range. So we'll roll for Jeff Bloom, 5-6, column 5, row 6. And that's going to be a fly ball to Taguchi.
Out.
And that's going to be out number 2. 2 outs, and Hunter Pence is up. Pence is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 19. And here is the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a range play. I think the last 3 times Pence has come up, he has hit he's hit that range play number. Strange, isn't it? 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a pop-up to Utley.
Popped up.
Utley's range is on a 1 to 5. That's a 1. Utley comes in. Kendrick pointing at it. Utley will make the catch and retire the side.
What a play to get to that ball.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And 1 left on for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Pedro Feliz, Chase Utley, and Ryan Howard due up. Pedro Feliz is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's a strikeout. His range for the strikeout is a 1 to 5. The 13 is too high. 2-6, column 2, row 6. And that's going to be a ground ball to Bloom.
Oh!
And that is out number 1. 1 away, and Chase Utley is up. Utley is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. 5-4, column 5, row 4. It's a wild pitch. It's a foul ball as Utley smacks it into the stands. We're going to re-roll the dice. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's a strikeout. On a 1 to 7, the 19 is too high. Hey there, Big C. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you for coming in and joining us today for this Phillies game as the Astros take on the Phillies in Game 2 of a 3-game series here at the bank as Big C joins us at Citizens Bank Park. 3-2, column 3, row 2, and that's going to be a ground ball to Berkman.
Out!
And that's going to be out number 2, 2 away. And Ryan Howard is up. He's 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to Howard. Howard, 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's a strikeout on a 1. Yep, column 3, row 2. That's a strikeout on a 1-14. The 19 is too high, so it's outside of the range. And here is the pitch. And let's see, does Howard get on base? 1-4, column 1, row 4, double star 3, and that is going to be a ground ball to Berkman.
Out.
And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors as the Astros retire the Phillies in order. No runs, no 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 6, it's Astros 2, Phillies nothing, as we head to the top of the 7th. And with that, Kyle Kendrick is going to come out of the game. And with that, we're going to go to the bullpen, and this call to the bullpen has been made. So with that, we have a right, left coming up, and they are going to bring in they're going to bring in less. Yep. So they're going to bring in. Actually, they're not going to bring in less. They're going to bring in. They're going to bring in Chad. Oh, yep. Chad Durbin is going to come in. And that's his card. So Chad Durbin is going to come in to pitch for the Phillies. Durbin, no ERA. He's got 1 win, no losses, no saves just yet. He's pitched 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Kyle Kendrick. Kendrick went 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, an ERA of a 4.68. So with that, he's going to face off against Brad Osmus, Roy Oswalt, and Michael Bourne due up. Brad Osmus, here's the pitch. He's 1 for 2 today. 4-2, column 4, row 2. That's going to be a hit by pitch. So what we'll do for the hit by pitch, Chad Durbin will give a +3 to hit by pitch. His range to getting hit is a 1 to 9. We'll take a look here at the D20. The D20 says it's a 15. It's too high. He got out of the way. Did not get hit. 5-1, column 5, row 1. However, that is a fly ball out there to Pat Burrell. Burrell goes back.
Out.
And makes the catch. Roy Oswalt, they're not gonna let him take the hit. So Oswalt is gonna come out, and what I do is for pinch hitters, for the batter, I'll randomize that, and Daryl Estrada will come in to pinch hit for Roy Oswalt. And with that, Estrada batting a 250. Here is the pitch. And that's going to be 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1 to 11. That's a 1. Struck him out.
The swing and a miss, he struck him out.
So 2 away, and we go to the top of the order. Michael Bourne is up. Bourne is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and a run scored. And here is the pitch to Bourne. 5-4, column 5, row 4. And that's going to be a range play. 4-1, column 4, row 1. Line drive back to the pitcher to Durbin.
Line drive.
Line drive, Durbin's ranges on a 1-4. That's a 1. He makes the catch, throws it over to Howard in time.
That was a 5.
As we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And the Astros are going to bring in they're going to bring in Chris. Yeah, they're going to bring in Chris Sampson. That's his card. So Sampson will come in. He comes into the game with a 3.36 ERA. 1 win, no losses. He's pitched 10 and 2/3 innings, allowed 10 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 5 walks as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So let's take a look at the box score of the game so far after 6.5 innings have been played. The Astros scoring a run in the first and a run in the third. 2 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. The Phillies, 2 hits, 1 error, and they've been shut out. They're looking not to avoid to get the shutout here. Pat Burrell is up. He's batting a .288. And let's take a look at the stats here for Roy Oswalt. He went 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, an ERA of a 1.40. So here's the pitch to Pat Burrell. 6-5, column 6, row 5. Home run chance on a 1-13. That is a 4. Pat Burrell needs to roll a 19 or less. That's a 4. And that ball is smoked. It's a moonshot. It's out of here.
There's a drive. Way back. It might be. It could be. And
Smacks it down the left field side. Lee goes back to the wall, and it is out of here. Solo home run from Pat Burrell. Cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1 Astros. Taguchi is up. He's 0 for 2 today. And here is the pitch. He's 1 for 2 today. Here is the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a blank. Chris Sampson can face 9 batters before he's considered tired. 5-3, column 5, row 3. And that is a ground ball to Teja.
you're out.
And that is out number 1. Carlos Ruiz is up. He's 0 for 2 today. And here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. That's a blank. 4-6, column 4, row 6. It's a fly ball to Lee.
Out.
And that is out number 2. 2 away, and Eric Barnett is up. Barnett is 0 for 2 today, and here is the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That is a blank. 4-6, column 4, row 6, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Bourne.
Out!
And that will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on. After 7, it's Astros 2, Phillies 1. We go to the top of the 8th. It's Mark Loretta, Lance Berkman, and Carlos Lee due up. But as we say in Inside Pitch, no lead is safe. And with that, Chad Durbin is done. The Phillies are going to pull him, and they are going to bring in. I would like to bring in Strom, but unfortunately, this is the 2008 Phillies, not the 2022 Phillies or the 23 Phillies. Not this season. So with that, they are going to bring in. We have a right switch and right. They're going to bring in Ryan Madison. That is his card. Madison will come in. Madison comes into the game with a 15.0 ERA. No wins, 2 losses. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks. So he's going to face the 2, 3, and 4 spot in the order. Let's take a look at the stats here for Chad Durbin. Durbin went 1 inning. He gave up 1 strikeout, no ERA. Mark Lovetta's 1 for 3 with a walk and here with a run scored. And here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2, strikeout plus. Now, in a strikeout plus, same as a walk plus, we add 10 to that range. -1, so we add 9. That's a 16. That's a 10. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Lance Berkman. Berkman is 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6, possible error. 6-6, and that's going to be a line drive to Howard. Howard's error range is on a 1 to 12.
You're out.
And that's going to be a line drive. And he lined out to first base. So 2 away. Carlos Lee is up. Lee 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. And here is the pitch. One 4, column 1, row 4. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 9, that's a 7, and that's going to be a walk.
Outside. Base on ball.
So they walk Carlos Lee. Miguel Tejada is up. He's 0 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts. Strategy roll is an 11, and here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 15, that is a 12. Struck him out.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Struck him out, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors as the and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Ryan Madison, Jason Worth, and Pedro Feliz due up. Astros are going to keep Chris Sampson in. Ryan Madison will come out, and they're going to bring in Greg Dobbs. Dobbs will come in, and with that, we do have a couple changes to the Astros lineup. Lee will come out at left field, and they are going to bring in Ty Wigginton to take over. That is the only position change that they are making to their defense. So Wigginton will be playing at left field. Greg Dobbs, here is the pitch. Before we do, we already looked at Sampson in the last inning, and here is the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3. That is going to be a walk. On a 1-4, the 15 is too high. 3-1, column 3, row 1, double star 4, ground ball to Teja. And that is out number 1. 1 away, and here is the pitch. To Jason Worth, top of the order. Worth is 1 for 3, 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's a strikeout. On a 1-12, the 16 is too high. 2-4, column 2, row 4, double star 3. And that is going to be, we'll take a look at the double star line. That's a ground ball to Loretta. And that'll be out number 2. 2 away. Pedro Feliz is up. Feliz is 0 for 3, and here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That is a blank. 2-3, column 2, row 3. Base hit past Teja. It's an S6. And with that, Pedro is on, and they are going to bring in so Shane Victorino will come in to pinch run for Pedro Feliz. Victorino is up. Utley up to bat. Utley is 0 for 3 today, and here is the pitch. They're going to let Utley take the hit. Yes. Utley is going to take the hit. Yep. Utley did that. He's 0 for 3 today, and here is the pitch. Strategy rolls a 13 with the infield at normal depth. Two, 1, column 2, row 1. That is a blank. The tying run on first, the go-ahead run at the plate. Here is the pitch to Utley. 5-4, column 5, row 4. And that's going to be a ground ball to Bloom. And that will retire the side.
Remember to get your copy of the souvenir program.
So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 8, it's Astros 2, Phillies 1, but we go to the top of the 9th. And it's going to be Jeff Bloom, Hunter Pence, and Brad Osmus due up for the Phillies. And with that, they are going to bring in I want to say Clay Cordy. Yep, they're going to bring in Clay Cordy to pinch for the 9th inning. That is his card. And with that, at third base, Eric, they're going to bring in Greg Dobbs to take over at yep. Greg Dobbs will come in at first, and they're going to leave everybody else as is. Jeff Blue and Clay Cordy, ERA of a 12.0. He's got 1 loss. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stats here. Probably. Ryan Madison went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of 11.25. So, but will we see some ninth inning magic? Let's take a look at the box score here. After 8 innings had been played, Houston scoring a run in the first, a run in the third, 2 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. Philly came back in the 7th inning to score 1 run. That's 1 run on 4 hits with 1 error. So both teams committing an error. We go to the top of the 9th, but remember, like I said, in inside pitch, no lead is safe. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Phillies for Clay Cordy. Here is the pitch to Jeff Bloom. 6-3, column 6, row 3, double question mark, and that is going to be a single on a 1 to 15. That's a 13, and that's going to be good for a base hit. So with a runner on first, infield at double play depth, Hunter Pence, who's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 7, and here is the pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1, that's a strikeout. On a 1 to 10, that's an 8. Struck him out. So 1 away, infield still at double play depth. Brad Asmus is up, and here is the pitch. 4-2, column 4, row 2, range play at Citizens Bank Park. Here is the pitch to Brad. The play, 5-5, column 5, row 5, and that's going to be a single to Worth.
Fly ball, left center field. Tries to catch it.
Worth goes back. His range is a 5. That's a 5. He makes the catch and 2 away.
That was a fine play.
So with that, Chris Sampson not taking the hit. And they're going to bring in David Newhon to pinch hit. David Newhon batting a .333 as he steps up to pinch hit. 2 outs with a runner on first. Strategy roll is a 13. Astros have a 1-run lead, and here is the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. It's a range play. 3-5, column 3, row 5. Ground ball to Utley.
Deep in the hole, tough chance.
Utley's range is on a 1 to 5. That's a 4. He makes the catch.
Terrific play.
And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Astros. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Ryan Howard, Pat Brill, and Taguchi due up. And they are going to bring in Doug Brokaw. Yep, Doug Brokaw will come in to pitch for the Astros. Actually, they're going to bring in Jose Veraldi. Yep, Veraldi will come in. That's his card. Phillies down by a run. So let's see if the dice have some 9th inning magic for the Phillies. Ryan Howard 0 for 3. And they're going to bring in Jimmy Rollins to pitch, to take over at that spot. So Rollins will come in, and here is the pitch. 5-5, column 5, row 5. And that is going to be a double star. And that is going to be a fly ball out there to Pence.
You're out!
1 away. Pat Burrell is up, and here is the pitch. He's 1 for 2 today with a home run, a walk, a run, and an RBI. He put the Phillies on the board. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a blank. 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's a ground ball to Teja. And the Phillies are down to their last out. Taguchi is 1 for 3. Here is the pitch. Actually, they're not going to let Taguchi take the pitch. They're going to bring in Lou Marson to pitch. To take the hit, here is the pitch to Lou. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. Phillies trying to keep the game alive. 2-5, column 2, row 5. And that is a ground ball to Loretta.
Out!
And that is the game as the Astros defeat the Phillies 2-1. So the Phillies, and with that, the Phillies will go to 7-8, and the Astros will go to 7-8 as well. So the Astros defeat the Phillies 2-1. Final line score: Astros 2 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. The Phillies 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. Roy Oswalt will get the win. Kyle Kendrick picks up the loss. Jose Veraldi will pick up his 3rd save. Pat Burrell hits his 5th home run of the replay. And with that, let's take a look here at the stats. Roy Oswalt, 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, an ERA of a 1.40. Kyle Kendrick, 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, an ERA of a 4.68. Clay Cordy went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 9.0. Jose Veraldi, 3, gets his 3rd save, went 1 inning, an ERA of a 1.34. So that is going to do it for us. Let's update the standings real quick before we close out here. So with that, that drops the Phillies to 4 games out of first. But remember, it's still a long season, so anything can happen. So this is the way the standings look. Phillies right now in 4th place in the division, 4 games out of first. And the Astros will go to 4-5, and they're right now hold at 4th place as well. They're tied. They're basically tied for 3rd with the Brewers at 4.5. So that is going to do it for us here at Citizens Bank Park. Game 3. Can the Phillies come back and avoid the sweep? We'll find out. We'll see you until then. I'm Scooney 007. and reminding you to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies and Field of Dreams. Until then, we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.